Hey everybody, it's Jenny, and I am here today to share with you how I planned this week in my memory planner. There's a look at last week in my Big Happy Planner, which I used for my memory planner, and I used a Planner Society kit for all the decor and papers. I also used a few stamps as well. Now this week we are going to use some big gold alphas. Now the ones on the left are the ones that I traditionally use. However, this week I'm going to go a little bit bigger because I don't think I've done this technique in my Big Happy Planner. So for the maximum effect, I'm going to use the very large ones. They also have a glitter on there as well. Now you can see I've pre-printed my photos. I used my Canon Selphy printer, and then I also label the photos with the dates of the photo was taken on there, just to make sure that when I'm doing exactly what you're seeing here, I'm able to get them down on the correct dates, or nearly so if it's important to do that. Now, I do this because sometimes I pre-print photos like 2 or 3 weeks in advance, and so it can be very, very hard for me to, oh yeah, well, I wrote baseball, so which of these 6 baseball photos is it? So this way, if I label them right away when they first come out of the printer, then I don't have any problems. That's just a tip that I've picked up over time of doing memory planning. I'm almost completely finished with my second full year. I did 2016, and then this is 2017. Now with these really big gold glitter alphas, I am going to spell out gratitude along the bottom of my planner. I have done this several times in my classic planner, but this time it is in my big memory planner, and I'm really excited about it because I feel like it's kind of perfect for the week of Thanksgiving. One of the cool things about these alphabets is not only are they beautiful, but the glitter is the type of glitter that's not going to rub off. And so that's really cool in terms of now I'm not going to have a big mess on my desk. Now I'm going to take that page out, and a couple of guidebooks from Disneyland fell out, but the good thing about that is that I'm going to include those in a future memory planning layout. Now I'm going to add a few decorative little stickers to go along with that. And these pumpkins and leaves, I just love it. They give the overall feeling that I want to convey and definitely put me in the right mood for memory planning just right from the start. Now, as you can see, I'm going to use a couple of photos for Monday, and that's just a-okay. I love including as many photos as possible. And then the same thing is true on Wednesday, but I don't have any photos for Tuesday. Now I'm going to take my Tombow mono adhesive and adhere this first photo of the castle at Disneyland down right there. And then I'm going to take the same adhesive and adhere that team photo. I love this adhesive because it's super, super sticky, but it's really easy to use as well. Sometimes you'll get a really sticky, long-lasting adhesive, but it's a lot harder to use, like it gets stuck or that kind of thing. This one is both easy and sticky. And side note, it's really not very expensive at all. The refills are only a few dollars, and so I think that that is a total win-win. Now I'm adding the gold arrow to notate an activity, and then I'm looking for a full sticker that I can use to notate another. And sometimes I have to go and dig a little bit deeper to get what I want. So like these stickers, for example, are super old. So I'm just going through and seeing if I can find one that coordinates color-wise. And I was lucky enough to be able to do that. So now I've just layered it a little bit on top of the photo itself. And those stickers are glossy, so I will use my Tombow Mono Twin. I don't know why I always have such a hard time saying that. Mono Twin pen to write on top of it so that there's no smearing. I like this particular pen because it has 2 different sizes on the tip and makes it easier to write on all kinds of different papers. I've added a beautiful decorative sticker. I love that cream background with the gold foil leaves, and it kind of just plays in so well with this particular layout. And what I like about it is that it's very, very understated. I have enough going on with my photos that I don't need crazy stickers that are taking away from my photos or just adding more nutso things to look at. So keeping it muted and understated is absolutely perfect. And I'm just using these 2 bullet point stickers to notate the 2 appointments that we had right there. And what I'm doing that for is because, as I've already mentioned, I have a lot of photos for this page, plus the alphabets at the bottom. And so it's very, very important to keep the page as simple as possible and not making it just way too cluttered. It ends up really pretty crazy to begin with, like at the end. And so anything I can do to keep it understated is absolutely imperative. So now I've punched this photo of my son into a circle, but I left two of the edges straight so that it could sit flush in the corner of that box and just really hug those corners. Now again, you can see I'm using the little bullet point technique just again for the exact same reason, to keep it very, very simple, because as you can see, there is a lot going on this page with all of the photos and stuff. Now with this Disneyland photo, I am pulling it back up and I'm going to trim it off because I want to include some more. I don't want the photo to be the entire focal point of that particular activity. Side note right there, I'm using an adhesive eraser. They're very, very, very inexpensive. I'll link one up for you down below. They are a godsend in terms of just pulling up little bits of adhesive that you get stuck somewhere. I use it all the time. I actually have a couple different ones and I really, really love them. Now these are just alphabet stickers from the Happy Planner. I love this font and I love this size. They're perfect for my memory planner. I use them in my regular planner too though. And I am just following the same basic color palette from the rest of the layout, trying to keep it really, really warm and really, really sort of those rich fall colors as well. So now I've got Disneyland spelled out there, but what else should I do? So thinking, how about a little gold foil fireworks sticker? Because I don't know, there's totally fireworks at Disneyland. And then it adds just a little bit of whimsical charm, because for sure this layout is a little bit more subdued and a little bit more, you know, just it's got that really rich, warm feeling, but it's not very whimsical. And, you know, I love a whimsical page. I also added a few little leaves up there in the top as well. I could have probably left them out in terms of keeping things simple and giving a little bit more white space, which I do really enjoy, but the leaves are really pretty. So I'm not going to hold that against myself for going a little bit overboard this week. Again, I'm just laying down my photos and trying to find the best configuration, since I do have several that I want to include. And that's definitely one of those things that is or can be a little bit difficult, is finding a way for all of the photos to get included on the layout, but keeping the design pleasing to the eye as well. Because quite frankly, not every design is pleasing to the eye. The eye wants the rule of thirds. The eye wants a visual triangle and those types of things. And if you keep those in mind with your placement of your photos, you will have great success. Now you can see I am just staggering all of my photos right there, and then I also layered down a sticker as well, and now I'm going to do the same thing as again. I'm not sticking them just directly in the boxes. They are overlapping boxes so that I can keep the staggered look going and also create little clusters with photos and stickers. Now, as you can see, I punched another photo right there, but this time I kept it in a true circle without the hard lines like I did on the other side, just because I want to have that fit on the corner as well. And the nice part about this is that it was a black and white photo, so it definitely stands out from some of the other elements on the page. Now I need to also figure out how to include some of the other elements that I want to use. So like for example, this scripty Thanksgiving, because that day was Thanksgiving. And then I also want to add a little bit more decor as well. For example, that lovely sticker. And the color just matches so perfectly. And obviously we already know that the gold foil is a total winner in terms of this layout, because we're just keeping the gold foil going. Now I'm adding a couple of leaf stickers right there, and I'm going to go back into the student book and pull out a book sticker because my book club was meeting, which is why I have that photo of the coffee cup right there. And I'm going to pull that out and then layer that right below those leaves, and it's so cute together. I love how they just all looked so cute. And then I'm also going to pull out the cute little coffee cup, could I say cute anymore, to layer with that as well. So aside from a little bit more of embellishing, I am finished. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below, and I will do my very best to get back to you. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.